Okay guys, welcome back, Mossy5734 guys, carrying on with unboxing of some real beauties. Now guys, I love my Ferrari 458, the 488s that are there, but the 458 was beautiful. Now I kind of raced this one to death. This one, you know, you may have seen it before, but you can see it's all kind of marked up at the front. Alright, I'd been using my 458s in my street race vids, and it was my go-to car. It was one of the earliest shells that I ever bought. If you look at one of my vids, it's marked up over there. So I always wanted one to have in pristine condition, and you know what? These are not cheap anymore. You're talking 160, 180, 200 pounds, and it's a nice metallic red, guys. Hard to get hold of, but I was fortunate enough to get hold of a second one, all right, which I'm pretty happy about, guys. And this one's not going to get raced. This one's just going to stay as a shelf queen relay, all right. I love these wheels, man. These wheels are mental. Alright, so that one's not going to see much action, guys. That baby is being kept safe, pristine and beautiful. Okay. But don't you just love deep dish wheels, guys? Come on, man. Look at that bad boy. It makes the car look fat. I mean, in both ways. That's a lovely metallic red. Check that bad boy out on the display stand, guys. Looking awesome. Alright, so that's one that's not going to see any action whatsoever, guys. Okay, here is the beauty, guys, that I've always been fond of. I've liked. It's been one of my favourite shapes in the Mini Zs, but it never really got much airtime, and it's basically the Sonax S-Line Audi DTM. Alright, that is a nice body shell, that, guys. At that time, I wasn't doing stuff on the display stand. I didn't have a display stand. It never really got its 15 minutes of fame or 5 minutes. So it deserves a bit of love. So give it some love. So yeah, we'll check this little bad boy out on the display stand as well, guys. Okay, check them out. Let's move on. Okay guys, so here we've got the Ferrari 458, and this bad boy is in metallic red. And this was probably my first Mini Z love. Let's move it forward a little bit. So yeah, so when I got this, these were everywhere. These were like the main, you know, like when Mini Z, when Kyosho releases a car and it's like on all the platforms you can buy it. That's what was happening when I basically got into Mini Zs. That was the main little bad boy, and I thought, wow, come at the right time. 2.4 gigahertz, and they're bringing out Ferraris, sorted. But now you can still get them, but you are talking some pretty pennies. So you're talking £160, £200. White, they've got white as well. White's nice, but the red metallic is beautiful, guys. You know, that's definitely going to be my metallic killer collection. The next one that I make anyway. Really nice, guys. And this one's not been damaged. This is the one I'm going to save, hold onto. The other ones had some had a hard life, but this one's going to be looked after. Them wheels just look mad. Look at that deep dish wheel, guys. As it starts to go out of the frame and the back comes towards us, look at that angle there. Mad. Love deep dish. Okay, so yeah, my first ever street race vid that I made was with that bad boy, guys, and I'm thinking about doing it again. That and the Lamborghini, they were the two cars I wanted, and I got them in the beginning. And the Lamborghini was, I'm showing it on here because the Lamborghini never got on the display stand, and neither did this Ferrari either. So I'm bringing them both out to show you guys. But yeah, them were the two cars I wanted, and as soon as I got them, I thought, I want to make a street race vid with these two supercars. And I did it, and that was my first, I'll leave a link, guys, that was my first ever race vid, and it wasn't amazing. I didn't have the Nano track, so I couldn't really drift them. At that time, there weren't two all-wheel drive cars. I only had one all-wheel drive 98mm Mini Z, and so I couldn't really do the vid. And that was a pretty penny as well, and that was running the KT18 or KT90, can't remember, but the 2.4 gigahertz system with the remote that doesn't stand up. So yeah, so basically I had to do it without drift cars and do it as the MR03. That's why in that vid there's not much going around the bend kind of thing. There's not much going on because I couldn't really do it. Afterwards, the kits came out to extend Mini Zs to 98mm, and then they brought out, well no, they didn't bring out the 98mm in sports. They brought it out when they brought out the new transmitter. So then they brought out what you got now, the Dodge Challenger, the Honda Civic. But yeah, in that time there wasn't any, so I was waiting because I really wanted to extend my all-wheel drive cars to 98mm with the intention of doing them races. And I'm thinking, guys, if you guys are feeling it, to do a rerun after all these years, what's it been, 3 years, 4 years, to do the race again and make it just crazy this time. Anyhow, so yeah, a real beauty. GL Racing have brought out the 488 and they're looking pretty sick. They've got decals, but the quality of that body is different. Now the reason I got drawn towards GL Racing is they brought out a 488 with the same metallic kind of red, and that's what did it to me, because that's what sold me on Mini Zs. I've got that car as a Kyosho 1/8 scale GT2 brushless. Alright, it's on my vids, guys, you can see it there. It's called the best supercar race or something like that. But there's always that body flex. But with Mini Zs, the polish, with Mini Zs you've got that gloss finish and there's no flex. Them things look real, man. When they're going around, they look real. And if they can make the wheels, which them are good wheels, but if they need to really start coming out some really funky wheels, then you wouldn't even know it's an RC car. Especially with these tinted kind of windows, you can't see the electrics inside, it's mad. Anyhow, I don't want to keep it in there for too long, guys. Let's move on. Plenty more babies to see, let's go. Little Beauty was one of my first imports from Japan, and wow, was it love at first sight. I loved this car. This and the Red Bull version. So here, guys, we've got the Audi A4 DTM Team ABT Sports Line number 5, and yeah, I love this car, man. So the livery, guys, is the Team ABT Sports Line number 5. First produced on the 15th of September 2008. Increasingly hard to get hold of. You'll probably see one or two pop up now and again. It's the wheelbase is 94mm. It's an L, and it's got a rear motor mount type chassis that fits it. The front on this, guys, is no offset on the front, and it's a narrow wheel, and no offset on the rear, which is a wide wheel. The wheels on this little bad boy are the silver 15-spoke wheels. Okay, and it's got everything I like on that car, guys. It's got the blown out archways, fenders. It's got the like diffusers, you know, around the back. It's got the jacked up spoiler on it. You know, it's got all the grills. It's got everything that I liked. Bit of a dated design, but still, man, I love cars blown out like that. You could fit some beautiful 3 wide wheels on the back there and it'll look mad. So yeah, so I don't want to make this go on too long, guys. So let's get a little bit of info on it and then we'll move on. So basically the A4 had been built in 4 generations. It's based on the Volkswagen B platform, and the 3rd generation A4 succeeded the Audi 80. Okay, and then there's been others that have succeeded it, guys. The B5, B6, B7, B8. Okay, so the A4 automobile layout consists of a longitudinally oriented engine at the front with transaxle type transmissions mounted at the rear of the engine. The cars are front wheel drive, or on some models they're quattro or sick. And it's available in a saloon, a sedan, an estate, wagon, but yeah. And basically DTM means the Deutsch Tourenwagen Masters. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to linger on too much, guys. If you want more of that, check out the Red Bull version that I unboxed a while ago. Okay, let's move on.